or secondhand smoke. One Logic e-cig is equal to 2 packs, only $9.95. Available everywhere. Visit LogicEcig.com. WCBS News Time 941.
Two suspects in the Boston Marathon bombing killed an MIT police officer, hurled explosives at police in a car chase and gun battle overnight. One of them died in that battle. The other is still on the loose this morning.
The suspects have been identified as brothers Jokhar Sarnaev, according to an officer. Boston had been in the U.S. for about a decade.
They are originally from a Russian region near Chechnya, which has been plagued by an Islamic insurgency that has carried out deadly bombs.
Minutes ago, CBS terrorism expert Juan Zarate shared details. Charlie Rose on CBS this morning.
Federal officials and state and local authorities are engaging in the manhunt for the suspect, but as John and Bob were mentioning earlier, they are digging deeply into potential associations and connections. The fact that they have roots back to Chechnya, potentially into English. Morning was 26-year-old Sean Comerville Matt. Actually, that's confirmed by the Middlesex DA's office this morning. We just saw, now there was a tweet from a reliable source. I can't remember, find it right up. But someone had talked to, with one of their officers was shot as well. The officer was, an injured officer is expected to live and is one. Saw in regard to him.
WCBS News Time 945. Let's get a brief up sports with Brad Help.
To the Bronx, the loss to the Diamondbacks. Belly sent the game to extra innings with a ninth inning solo home run. Meanwhile, another be out until after the All-Star. The Mets swept by the Rockies, 11-3 the final. All three local hockey last night. Sports sponsored by the makers of non-drowsy Claritin. Have your allergies started? One 24-hour Claritin every day of your allergy season will provide continuous non-drowsy relief from the first day your symptoms start to the last day your allergens are present. Live Claritin Clear. Use as directed. Sports at 15 and 45. Brad Heller, WCBS 884.
Allure Home Improvement. When remodeling your family's home, you deserve the best and a name you can trust. Allure Home Improvement has been helping build dreams since 1946. From kitchens, baths, siding, windows.
Stupidity.
Helping to build one island since 1946.
We go to extremes to build your dreams. Allure Home Improvement. President Obama, of course, being briefed on developments this morning out of Boston. More on that coming up at 9:50.
When people hear that we just got back from our South African safari, they always ask what our favorite part was.
Well, nothing compares to hearing a lion roar from just a few feet away. That was awesome.
But there were so many amazing things to see and do in South Africa, we can't possibly sum it up in just one experience. So we came up with our own Big Five.
My Big Five definitely includes shark cage diving with the great whites. It was even cooler than it looks on TV.
I loved watching the sunset from the top of Table Mountain, above the twinkling city lights of Cape Town.
And then there was learning about South Africa's journey to freedom at the Nelson Mandela Museum.
And who can forget exploring the beautiful winelands and discovering my new favorite red, Pinotage.
You really impressed me when you joined the Soweto Street Party and learned all the latest local dances. You really got to move.
Hey, you didn't do so badly yourself.
You didn't know you married a Zulu warrior, did you? Jeff and Erica found their Big Five experiences in South Africa. Come find yours with packages from $19.99. Visit southafrica.net. Conditions and fees apply. Rates subject to change.
WCBS News Time, 9:48, with traffic and weather together on the 8th.
Chris Majette, Traffic Center.
As we check out Long Island, now a crash has been cleared on the LIE around Ronkonkoma Avenue, and we're doing much, much better through Nassau County. But when you get into Queens, you're on the brakes here westbound between Utopia Parkway and Woodhaven Boulevard. Grand Central Parkway still a much better ride. We're also jammed up on the Van Wyck northbound from the Belt up to Kew Gardens. Earlier crash cleared around Queens Boulevard, and the southbound BQE just a little bit south of Meeker Morgan. A crash there in the left-hand lane. The inbound Holland Tunnel is eased out completely now, so that's the best of all three Hudson River crossings. Lincoln Tunnel's 15 to 20. It's at least 20 minutes for the upper deck of the George Washington Bridge. And a mess in New Jersey on the Garden State Parkway. Delays from about exit 148 northbound in Bloomfield right up to exit 153, where a crash has now been cleared away. There's no Amtrak train service between Providence and Boston. At the airports, LaGuardia up to 90-minute delays. Newark Airport up to 2-hour delays because of the weather. And our next traffic update less than 10 minutes away on the CBS.
And the 5-day forecast, here's Craig Allen.
The damn foggy weather this morning should give way to brighter skies, especially away from the coastline today. Coastal temperatures near 60, but inland could get close to 70. Then some showers or a thunderstorm approaching towards this evening. Showers and thunderstorms tonight. Some could be heavy, lows around 50. The WCBS weekend weather outlook. Showers ending tomorrow, clearing in the afternoon. A gusty wind with highs near 60. A nice bright Sunday, but cool, 53 to 58. And the WCBS 5-day outlook Monday, increasing clouds, chance of some rain by Monday night, especially from the city south and east. And that would go into Tuesday. Highs both days in the cool 50s. I'm Craig Allen in the WCBS Weather Center.
It's hazy, 62 degrees right now.
WCBS News Time, 9:50. The latest from Boston next. First, this message. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is now $83 million.
$83 million. Play today, New York's Mega Millions. Hey, you never know.
Dr. Florence, dial 118.
A hospital ward, a manufacturing floor, a distribution center, or a retail store. At a firehouse, a courthouse, or a schoolhouse, Kronos is helping all types of organizations control their labor costs, improve workforce productivity, and minimize compliance risk. And that's leading to increased revenues, decreased costs, and creating happier patients, customers, and citizens. See how the Kronos Cloud can help your organization at Kronos.com. Kronos, workforce innovation that works.
My daughter is a handful. I've always had to keep my eye on her, but I didn't always watch out for myself. With so much noise about healthcare, I tuned it all out. With United Healthcare, I get information that matters. My individual health profile, not random statistics. They even reward me for addressing my health risks. So, I'm doing fine. But she's still you were going to give me a heart attack.
We're more than 78,000 people looking out for more than 70 million Americans in best health in numbers. United Healthcare. Learn more at uhc.com.
WCBS News Time 9:51.
The director of the FBI and the U.S. Attorney General are at the White House this morning, briefing President Obama on the ongoing manhunt for a Boston Marathon bombing suspect. Minutes ago, CBS News White House correspondent Joe Plant told Charlie Rose about the briefing on CBS this morning.
This indicates that all of the activity overnight has gotten to a point where they get a personal briefing. He gives them a briefing that they would have otherwise gotten, has been getting overnight from his counterterrorism director, Lisa Monaco. But we do know that he was awakened overnight more than once and briefed on the happenings in Boston and in Watertown. Now, he has no public schedule today, so there's a possibility that we may possibly see him later if this develops to the point where he feels he can make some kind of statement. But I have to tell you that in situations like this, the White House is very reluctant to get out front. They're in a listening mode. But what we do know is that the situation has developed to the point where it's important enough to brief the president by the FBI director and the attorney general, who are either here or on the way.
Do we have any sense that it might be something that we don't know that they want to brief the president on?
No, we don't, but the connections that are developing here, as you have been discussing this morning, with possible overseas implications, could be very important. So that could indicate, the importance of that could mean that that's why that we're getting such high-level briefings here at the White House.
CBS's Bill Plant. One Boston Marathon bombing suspect died after a shootout with police in Watertown, Massachusetts overnight. The other, his brother, survived, is on the loose, and this morning police have been focusing their search in the last hour or so on a house in Watertown. CBS Evening News anchor Scott Pelley appeared on CBS this morning, just minutes ago, with the latest details.
The governor of Massachusetts essentially shut the city down. He told everyone, stay in your homes, don't go to work. Shut down, as you said, the mass transit in the city, and everything in Boston is locked down as they look for this second suspect in the Boston Marathon bombing. This house has been surrounded for some time now. One of our reporters at this scene said that he believed he heard a police officer yell, "Fire in the hole," which is a warning to others that they're about to have a detonation of some kind, and that there was some kind of a muffled explosion after that, as if the police themselves were blowing up something that they had found. There was a smell of smoke in the neighborhood. Now we're watching the police officers kind of amble away from the house, so we don't quite know what's happening there.
Exactly. Being pointed out that we do not know whether the suspect number 2 is there or not. It may be someone else is there, but all of this gathering of these squad teams suggests something crucial in this story is taking place, but you can't tell from watching them exactly who it is, and in a moment of trying to find this large manhunt that is underway.
But we did
clearly
just
they're touching every base.
But we did just see, though, Charlie and Scott, where they suited up this police officer. You could see where they were putting on the heavy artillery suit for him.
Yeah, the bomb technician.
Yes, you could see that.
Yep, absolutely. But again, I don't know. It's hard to judge, but the tension seems to have broken, at least for the moment. People are who had their guns drawn and trained toward the house are now seeming to amble away here. But we'll know more as the developments continue.
CBS Evening News anchor Scott Pelley on CBS This Morning with Gail King and Charlie Rose.
And our WCBS reporter Palmer Nain is also there live in Watertown, Massachusetts, and we'll be hearing again from him shortly.
WCBS News Time 9:55.
Get a market update. Joe Connolly, Wall Street Journal, sponsored by Acosta and Williams Law.
The Dow is down 59 points, but the S&P is up 2 and the NASDAQ is up 9. The Dow is down because IBM is down $13, 6% to 194, because IBM's revenues fell 5%, because the older technology companies are having to change plans fast to keep up with the move of business to smartphones and tablets. Big companies are amazed at how fast their traffic from phones and tablets is increasing. Apple opens down $5 more to $387 from $700 last fall. Market experts say it's an old stock market story. Over-exuberance on the way up leads to a panicked herd mentality on the way down. Now, Apple is still rich and profitable. It's just not growing as fast as it was when investors piled into Apple stock. Now it's thought individual investors are selling, and then the hedge funds' computers see that and sell more. City Sports, which was founded up in Boston in the 1980s, is planning to have a 5K run tomorrow in Cambridge in honor of the marathon and the marathon runners. But parents up in the immediate Boston area now face not only what's like a snow day, but they're having to make up lies to the kids about why they can't go out. Once again, the Dow right now is down 58 points, but the S&P is up. I'm Joe Connolly for the Wall Street Journal on WCBS News Radio 880.
Extraordinary day, unprecedented in every way. WCBS News Time, 9:57.
Acosta and Williams wants to hear your story. Listen to this personal account and tell us if you've had a similar experience.
It was a simple accident. I stopped for a red light and another driver plowed into my car. I had to have an operation on my back and I was out of work for weeks. Then the insurance company tried to say it was partly my fault, and they nickel and dimed me over everything. The damage to my care, the medical bills, the money I lost by not working, everything. So I called Acosta and Williams.
At Acosta and Williams, we know that insurance companies are in the business of making profits and not paying claims. Acosta and Williams is dedicated to getting our clients the maximum recovery for their injuries. Acosta and Williams will fight tooth and nail to deliver justice.
If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, call Acosta Williams now. 1-800-677-DRUG. That's 1-800-677-DRUG. One more time. 1-800-677-DRUG.
Man, I'm glad I called Acosta and Williams. They listened to my story and fought for what I deserved.
Acosta and Williams. What's your story?
The New York Mega Millions jackpot is now over $80 million.
All across America, business owners are discovering the Chase Platinum Business Experience and discovering that it's business, just not as usual. Visit chase.com/platinumbusiness to learn more.
WCBS News Time, 9:58.
Traffic and weather together on the 8th. Chris Majest.
Well, a crash has been cleared on the BQE southbound at Meeker Morgan. All lanes open. Very slow traffic, though, from Queens Boulevard, pretty much all the way down to Tillery Street on the BQE southbound. And the inbound Gowanus is a parking lot from the belt up to Atlantic Avenue. Stays heavy up toward the Brooklyn Bridge. Also, bumper-to-bumper traffic on the Van Wyck northbound from the belt up to Kew Gardens. Earlier collision near the exit for Queens Boulevard has been cleared. The Grand Central still better than the LIE, although the LIE through Queens improved. You do have some slowdown fairgrounds out toward Woodway southbound, much better than the end up from the 130s all the way down to the 50s. And now the late CBS Weather Center.
Morning. The sky may brighten at times this afternoon and turning milder. High near 60 along the coast to about... Tomorrow, showers tapering off, some clearing in the afternoon, but windy, highs around 60, and then a sunny but cool Sunday. I'm Craig Allen in the WCBS Weather Center.
On air. We are Radio WCBS New York.
Good morning, Friday, April 19th. I'm John Matex.
And I'm on CBS Newsroom.
All citizens to lock their doors and stay at home as in the marathon bombing.
The shelter-in-place recommendation has been extended throughout the city of Boston.
Police deploy a SWAT team around a home in Watertown.
Their suspect identified as 19-year-old Jokar Sarnayan, said to be armed and dangerous.
His older brother, the other suspect, was killed in a deadly night of violence that saw one officer killed and another critically wounded.
We have our reporters on the ground in Watertown and Cambridge, and full resources of CBS News available.
WCBS News Time, 10 o'clock.
CBS News, I'm Frank Sinatani. The lockdown in the city of Boston and 5 surrounding suburbs continues at this hour as police press a tense manhunt for a second Boston Marathon bombing suspect. Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick.
The serious situation is taking it seriously. We're asking the public to take it seriously as well.
The suspect, a Chechen named Jokar Sarnayan, may still be in Watertown, where his brother Tamerlan was killed in an overnight shootout with the police. WBZ's Lauren Lemanchik reports that a home in Watertown has been surrounded and police ordered anyone who was inside to come out.
You can hear the helicopters overhead, and we're also now seeing additional armored trucks come in. We definitely are seeing an increased police presence in this area.
One-time Boston Police Commissioner William Bratton told CBS this morning, Jokar Sarnayan is an incredibly dangerous young man.
He just lost his brother, so he found an additional motive to lash out.
The brothers have been living legally in this country for anywhere from around a year to as much as a decade and have at least 2 uncles living in Maryland who have radically different opinions about the young man.
I just wish they never existed. I'm wordless. I can't